Good morning everyone. Myself Kuldeep Singh from Government College Faridabad, and today we will discuss about carbon cycle. Carbon cycle basically is also the part of biogeochemical cycle. Before starting carbon cycle, I will introduce to you biogeochemical cycle. There are large number of nutrients and minerals which are present in the environment, and the mainly the carbon that is also present in the environment, and it exists in two forms like that two pools, that is reservoir pool and cyclic pool, and the circulation of carbon between these two pools, that there are certain chemical reactions takes place, and this circulation of these nutrients, basically carbon, between these pools, that comes under biogeochemical cycle. And if we will discuss about the fixation of carbon in the atmosphere or basically carbon cycle, so there are two ways of fixation of carbon cycle. It means we can say carbon that carbon basically fixed by biological process and non-biological processes. If we will discuss about biological, firstly we will discuss about biological process, and in biological process the carbon which is present in environment, and basically it is present in the different levels of environment, like that terrestrial terrestrial biosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. These are the different sphere of where carbon is present in different concentration. If we discuss about terrestrial biosphere, the amount of carbon, that is 50 to 200 to 10 to the power 13 tons, which is present in terrestrial in form of organic or organic form, while in atmosphere the carbon which is present about 0.03 to 0.04% of the total environmental gases, and basically this carbon is present in atmosphere in form of CO2 and methane gases. And after that, the next level, that is hydrosphere. Here the amount of carbon is much large, and it is about 1 to metric ton, and this amount of carbon, it is not easily available for living organisms. And now we will discuss about the fixation of carbon through biological process. If we will discuss about biological process, the carbon which is present in the atmosphere, in form of CO2. It means we can say this CO2 which is present in atmosphere can be fixed by living organism by the process that is photosynthesis, and this is the process by which living organisms fix atmospheric CO2 for making their food in form of glucose like this. So this is the fixation of CO2 by biological process by photosynthesis. Here we can say that this is the fixation of CO2 and the end product this is glucose or carbohydrates mainly. And these carbohydrates after that this photosynthesis takes place only in plants and that plants comes under producers. The next level of food chain after producer it is consumer, and if we will see that diagrammatic representation of this carbon cycle, so firstly this is CO2 in as atmosphere. This CO2 absorbed by producer by the process of photosynthesis, and the next level of this food chain or after producers it is consumer. Here we can say that the CO2 which is absorbed by producer during photosynthesis, this CO2 is now transferred to the next level which is consumer in a food chain. Here is many possibilities like that the consumer that undergoes respiration, we can say, or these consumers may undergo their death and decay. After respiration of consumer or after death and decay of consumer, in both cases CO2 is released into the atmosphere. And after death and decay, these comes under decomposition. By decomposers, and after decomposition CO2 is released, which is again mixed into the atmosphere. So this is the biological fixation of carbon in cyclic form by the process of photosynthesis, respiration and decomposition. And after biological processes, the non-biological processes which help in fixation of this carbon, these are the like that Here we see in this cycle that after death and decay, there are many certain possibility like that death and decay. These comes under decomposition, or they also comes under fossilization. These fossils also comes under their volcanic eruption. By which CO2 is also released and it's also again mixed into the atmosphere. And these fossils also comes under sedimentation. Yeah, these fossils formed by sedimentation. Okay, so this is the non-biological process of carbon cycle by which carbon is transferred in cyclic way. So these are the processes of carbon cycle and biogeochemical cycle. Hence, we can say that carbon is fixed biologically or non-biologically processed. And we will discuss the next video. Sorry. Thank you so much, and we will discuss the next cycle in my next video.